It's a familiar name at the top of the leaderboard there, Mr. Ian Sweeney, as usual. I'm going to do a quick 9 holes of Tye Dunes II by Payats for the showcase. This got my vote, Jest. I've got to say Jest because there was another course, I forgot the name of it, sorry, Carolina Low, I think that's by Marula. I hope that's which part. Anyway, now I've said it, but that was also very well done. But being a bit of a Lynx fan and the coastal theme sort of appeal of it, I'm going to give this a quick 9 holes. I know there's a Tye Dunes, well, just Tye Dunes version of this. I don't know if it's just remastered or what, or it's just another completely different course. I'm not quite sure, but I'm sure I'll find out. But let's give it a go. I'm not going to do much of a critique on this, partly because it's better than anything I've ever built. But if I do, then it'll be stupid things that sort of don't really mean a lot on this game, but maybe from real life point of view, just for the sake of it. Planting a tree too close to a path or something, and obviously over time that root will grow from that tree and it'll break all the path. If you've seen that in golf courses, I've seen that in this game a bit. That's a bollocks, I know, but once again, there was some great courses this week. I'll say great 3 holes anyway. All of them so far. There hasn't really been a weak course, and I'll say thanks to Pirates for organising and all that. That probably just swayed it over Carolina Low, the fact I thought, well, you know, he's done a lot for us sort of say up and coming designers, but maybe don't quite the exposure of some people. But my own courses on this week's, it was probably the weakest of the lot, actually. I'm kind of caught in this middle of good strategic design, and I think to get to that next level on this game, you've got to have your aesthetics spot on as well. I say, you know, the top designers probably Arctic Fury is planting, Canuck as well. Their planting is so good, and it just makes that extra difference, you know. So you may have a great course, great design, but you've got to have that bit of polish to it for it to really kind of, you know, take that next step. And I'm trying to get to that, but I don't know if I'm overlooking maybe the design, but it hasn't had a lot of plays either, which is a shame. But what is that? I did actually have a wonky tee and all on one of the holes, which after what was it, usually 50 hours they reckon of designing a good course, good couple of months, it's a bit annoying. Kind of rendered it a bit obsolete. I like this 3-hole showcase. I think it works great. So I don't get to play an awful lot, and when I do, I want to do some designing, so to sample some of these great courses that otherwise I'd be playing a lot more of is great. You know, it's a great tool for doing that, and if I really like them, then I can play them, make the effort to play them. But I'm lucky to get a couple hours a week on just designing at the moment, so better talk a bit about the course, haven't we? Everything's short at the moment, short low side. No matter how high I put it, I'll either get the weight wrong or... It's a nice hole. I like it when the green is kind of blindsided, whether trees or undulations, but it makes you kind of think where you're going to put your tee shot on the fairway for the best angle. I can't go too close to the high side because I'll be a bit blocked out, but if I go too far left, I'm going to have a longer shot back across the fairway. So. So that's my favourite kind of golf course, pretty much. Apart from maybe desert courses, similar thing though. The natural environment kind of makes it. I'm not quite sure what's up ahead of that green. Whether it's a big drop or head of bounds. Spot on with the firmness. I don't, certainly for the environment anyway. I'm not a big fan of firm greens, although I kind of accept them now. People, you know, they're challenging. They certainly make a course tough. Nice bit of work on the green, typical linksy style. I like, if you see on the left there, the extra tiers there. That's kind of how I design, and up on the right as well. Splitting greens into tiers, and in the middle of them is, you know, you can't put a pin there. So they call Mackenzies, they are severe undulations in greens. Robert Trent Jones would do it a lot, because it helps as well with drainage, with surface drainage. You can kind of almost, especially in wet environments, not so much here because the links course, so it's sandy, so it'll go down, but if you've got a parkland course in Britain, say, if you use slope the green, well, I suppose whichever way, it's usually going to be facing you, so like a top tier, and then you can get the surface water to work its way down, then it helps a lot. And then have a runoff point where you might put a little spriggate or something in, or just a bunker even, can be a good sump, a bunker. So yeah, I kind of take that style on. It's sort of certain greens suit different courses, I suppose. If you've got a resort course, you might get a lot of fun golfers, and you might have flatter greens, and you know, maybe big flat greens or something, I don't know, but certainly works well on links courses. What am I doing? Yeah, good firmness. Nothing, you know, I wasn't gonna kick on much in real life, so if I put that firm, it would have gone back on. For goodness sake. What was I saying about the low side? Yeah. Lightest in the background. You've got to have your light days. Oh, this is on the showcase. Lovely par 3. Right. So if you look at that green now, you've got your bunker left, and obviously there's a bunker right. We're going to go press a button, but you see it's hidden. The right hand bunker's hidden by some gorse, some shrubs and stuff. That's kind of links golf in a nutshell. All these kind of hidden humps and hollows and bunkers and everything. That's kind of part of the feature of old designs. Don't listen too much to people who tell you that, you know, you've got to see all your bunkers, you've got to see all your humps and hollows. It is a different style of golf. That is kind of the American style of golf, modern golf, I guess. But I don't really succumb to that. I think either way works, but don't be afraid to hide a few bunkers and hide some, you know, trick your course up a little bit. It all adds to the quirkiness of it, and makes people, you know, think about where they're hitting it. A bit of local knowledge, play the course a few times to know all these little bumps and stuff. Yeah. So I once watched Bernard Langer. I followed him around on a practice round at a links course near me for the Senior Open, and you'd see him. He'd had a pocket full of balls, and he'd be walking around, just walking up the fairway, pick a ball up and throw it in the fairway, just to see how the reaction you would get from the undulations up at the green. He'd be throwing them up on banks to see where they ended up, if you know what side he could miss it, and all this, and you know, that it's a great style of golf. It really is, links golf. I don't think people get it too much, but I wish they would, because they would appreciate it if they learned a bit more about it and played a bit more links golf. So yeah, trick your course up. Not with trees though. Don't use trees or water. It's too much. I think this means I'm trying it. It's about 98. No. A wildflower there. I might do a course completely like that, so all wildflowers everywhere. It might take up a bit of the data, but nice split fairway. I kind of like that. Most designers try and stay away from having paths crossing fairways and stuff. Obviously there's times where you need to do it, but and most of them try to hide it, maybe just having a nice hump or something, you know, just kind of, or so the path sat down a little bit. I quite like it. It's just, it adds a little something. I don't know, it sounds a bit stupid, but so getting that little gap on the left, you get a nice view of the pin by the hooks. And I've got a blind shot in now. Put it there. It's a green angled. Nice hole. I try and make every hole. A lot of the time, you know, just follow the terrain and kind of just fit in, you know, bunkers in the landing area and stuff like that. But you should always try and fit with any hole some element of strategic designing, you know. I think most designers would say sacrifice a good strategic design for aesthetic reasons, but yeah, actually I think they would, yeah. If you've got a nice big vista in the background, you know, a pretty bland hole, it wouldn't really matter too much. If you couldn't get a good, bloody hell, if you couldn't get a good design there, then 90% of golfers probably wouldn't appreciate good design anyway. They just they're happy with the nice views and stuff. So another element's pretty important of design, capturing all the views and all, and get them to fit in your course like this. That's stunning. A par 3, is it? Oh, short par 4, par 3. Yeah, that's beautiful, that. That's a bit like one of the courses I'd see around my way at one of the links courses down the south of Wales, down the southwest Wales way. Somewhere like Tenby or something. Ashburnham. Another lovely hole. I'm not sure about these cliffs on the right here. I think this tee's alright, maybe this one here. Again, it's irrelevant, but it's alright. Just a step back, it might have worked well, I don't know. Nice to see the little pathways in between the fairways there, little things like that. Make sure you add them in. My head's a bit fried playing this now. I'm just gonna go for it. And go in. I think I'd be alright at that speed golf, you know. I seem to play better when I just bang around, but greenkeeping sheds on the left, on the right there, I think. I hope. Again, you should always put them in. You don't need to actually. I always put, well, I didn't put them in my last course, but I do try and fit them in. That approach looks good. Let's get up there. What's the drop on that? Well, it should carry it. I like that. Gives you a little chance there with a gap. They're probably on 20-mile-an-hour winds now. Go for it anyway. Go. Alright. Any more left though? I might have been in there. Could design that. I think as well the further I can hug this side if you do take your heroic shot here on the left. Get a better view of the green. Not so sure. I'm going to try that with a it's not even close, is it? I'd be better off going back a bit then and then hitting the 5 wood. I'm sure good players realise that when they're playing. Let's try and flop this in. Nice layup area as well, lots of undulations. Last hole. I'm going to do the back nine later because I got to do some college work now, so I am going to finish it, and I'm going to play the Tye Dunes original, and I will try get around. I wish I could play all these courses on the showcase, because some of us do struggle for plays. I've been pretty good over there. Some of my courses have got 100 plus plays, but lately I think, if I'm honest, I think there's a drop down in some of the people playing this now. I think it's gone to hardcore players generally, so you're not going to get the plays you used to get, but I enjoy designing, so I'm going to carry on anyway and keep plugging away and create that classic, you know. It's a lovely hole. This could be the 18th, this could. Sure, can you, maybe a 20-mile-an-hour tailwind you might get up there somewhere, short of the green, but I'm going to play it quite safe. The houses up there looking over, really nice. So this is a great course. I'll add it to my favourites and give it a 10. Try and get one that doesn't go low side. Anyway, thanks for creating it, Pirates, and setting all these tourneys and all up. It's a lot of effort, and I hope everyone keeps giving you their courses and joining in, because certainly for the new designers, if you are a new designer watching, get on it, because you're guaranteed at least a couple of plays, which at the moment is hard to get. So cheers. Woeful.